another video, or should I say preview, a blind preview of XCOM 2, the secret to the first installment, and a reboot of the same name. Now, here's a forewarning. I never really played the XCOM series. I'm not an expert, mastery. I only got to the game for free as a PS Plus member. I spent some time creating my own playable character, even though that's not necessary. But I'm gonna show you 2 hours of footage as much as possible, show you the same game. So, as I said, I'm kinda new to the hosting, and we might also play out as Wookiee. Even though the game will get somewhat tedious, I don't know anything about the whole XCOM series, no AR or TS titles. This is one of those IPs where I never played the first installment, and I only playing the sequel for now.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration,
okay, audio has been kind of off for some reason.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate the benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several
Oh,
preemptive
okay.
arrests of known collaborators.
I think I played the demo before.
Assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
The Advent Administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused.
Okay, you watched the cutscenes.
60 seconds.
Well, I guess you wanna watch the cutscenes.
Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Okay. Now I'm gonna be honest, I never really played the first installment. This is why I play it on Wookiee, because I have no idea how the whole gameplay functions. But I'm assuming that the whole point is you're supposed to kill all enemies to progress to the next area.
First things first. You need to get out of sight. Grab some cover near that.
Now I wanted to play this without the tutorial, but I realized that it's not really that much advice. Because most of the time I know nothing about whole gameplay, and the majority of the times I guess that I'm kinda new of this title.
Looks like full cover ahead. ahead. Moving out.
Crasher 2, stay close. Keep pace with Crasher 1.
I mean, if I really did care about the XCOM series, I would, but I know nothing about the XCOM series as a whole.
Double time. They're holding position. We're gonna have to...
I mean, the only exception I could make so far is that I'm going to end this video as Robert Cog soon because I want to showcase trial fusion.
We'll only get one shot at this.
In the shadows. Staying low.
I want to say that this is one of those titles where...
Don't get too close. They'll be spotted for sure and we'll lose our advantage.
I mean, I know I'm kind of playing... I'm kind of cheating myself. I'm playing on the easiest difficulties, but... Boy, you have to understand this.
The numbers, but we've got surprise on our side. Hopefully that's enough.
Remind me to thank the old man.
You and me both. We're not out of the woods yet. We need to take out those remaining soldiers.
I've got the drop on him. Permission to engage.
Do it.
I mean, when it comes to strategy, I guess that this is one of those things.
They can see you now. How about you all shoot first and celebrate later? No problem. I appreciate the bravery, but you're dangerously close right now. Be careful.
I mean, I'm not... I guess that...
You're still keeping score, right?
Not going out that. No, Crasher 2 is down. She's gone.
What?
You can't take risks like that. Watch your flanks.
So that's how you want to play it. Okay.
I mean, I may die more often, but that's because I only play in the tutorial portion. Maybe I'm not kind of used to the whole series as a whole, but that's only because. I mean, I'm still knowing how to play the game as a whole because RTS games like on one of those towers.
Calling reinforcements. Stop that. Transmission.
Central, reporting in.
You're late. What have you been doing down there?
Taking in the sights.
What the hell are these things?
They're us. At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers.
Wow.
Immense reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
Yeah, also, I should note that the story campaign is kind of long ago.
Looks like that transmission went through. You have an advent transport closing on your position.
You heard her. Cover the left side.
I wanted to say that there will be some times where I will often use.
Keep your eyes peeled. Fire on
anything that moves. The main entrance is clear. We need to move on the package.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say that this is not my type of genre I usually enjoy, but so my only best bet so far is that I just woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I played some games on Steam, apparently, and I don't know. I played some games on Steam, and I think I've spent a good.
Hold up. You should check that body for salvageable gear. We need anything we can get at this point. Better move fast, though. I've heard rumors Advent rigs their stuff to self-destruct.
I guess that I was playing too many games on Steam. I spent 78 minutes in total, and I was kind of busy with something else. There was a Kickstarter or something, I forgot. But at some point I wasn't aware, and I did it. We call Total Hammer, Total Warhammer, something. I don't know. I was kind of busy trying to create content for the channel.
Well done. Fall back to our position.
Just go. I'll try to stall him here.
And my only best bet is that I should probably
What the? I'm going for the door.
I don't know. I guess that RTS type of games are not my type of genre. I am playing on rookie difficulty because I wanted to show you some gameplay. It's because my agent says I actually did play RTS games. I guess you could say that I'm not that used with this type of genre before. I don't know. No. I don't know. I don't usually see the whole point of playing multiplayer. I think that might be a separate video because this game cost me all the gigabytes to install, and I was planning to get this off. My only ambition and my only negotiation with this title is to try to provide some gameplay footage as much as possible. Oh, I pretty much enjoyed the cutscene stuff being.
Get out of here.
just lit up. Firebrand is holding nearby for evac, but it's now or never, Central.
We're on the move.
I'm sorry. They.
No! Central, Crasher 1 is down. You have to get out of there.
We need another exit, now!
Got it covered.
It's kind of funny how during the tutorial says anyone gets killed so easily to the point where they get one shot. Kind of weird, but I don't usually expect this. Again, I don't know how long is the story campaign will take about to finish, but I'm going to assume that it's going to take a lot of hours. Possibly because you need to over level to the point.
Way too close.
Firebrand, this is Gatecrasher. We need an immediate evac. Get us out of here. Keep moving.
You don't need to tell me twice.
I don't know. I mean, this was actually co-created by 2K and other developers that I wouldn't know. I guess that's how you end the mission. I mean, this is the base game for now, and I guess that there's expansion. That's the appear to finish the main campaign. I don't know. I never see the whole point of it. Might be free, but this is one of those games where I haven't got a chance to accomplish. I'm assuming this is us because we first create our own.
Carefully. There's potentially decades of atrophy to contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree.
Losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We're ready.
Good. Let's get on with it.
Remarkable.
Just like 20 years ago.
What happened 20 years?
Calling it a war back then. We had no idea what was coming.
Response from the cerebral cortex. Good. Prepping for cranial intrusion. I've managed to identify the connection. Preparing to make final incision.
These readings are getting really erratic.
Of course they are. These implants were never designed to be removed. We are risking severe...
No plan B here, people. Do it.
Okay, so this is what happens yesterday. So
pupillary response normal.
I guess this is our own character, our own protagonist that we are playing. Guess we got hit by a behemoth for some reason.
Welcome back, Commander.
And I don't really understand the whole context about it, but
glad to see you're finally coming out of it.
So this is the introduction.
Still,
can't fault Dr. Tigan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there.
Okay.
Acted on the intel as soon as I got word.
Oh, so I noticed that the lip syncing has been kind of off-putting. It doesn't really follow through with the entirety of the dialogue, and the monologue seems to be off-putting when you have, I don't know, the lip movement being off-putting.
Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tigan when you're ready. There's some things you should know. You're better at explaining them than me.
I don't know.
It's damn good to have you back.
Also, the facial expressions have been kind of unnerving to be a point. I know that it might be because of the game's graphics, but technically, I don't really blame them.
Commander, to the armory.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Scientist. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe.
Do I need to know that?
The equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive,
we already passed the introduction level. Do we actually go to the actual gameplay or what?
I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
On your order, Commander. I will begin researching the Advent chip for possible insights as to its function. I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you.
He's not even moving his lips.
That research will keep Tigan busy for a while. In the meantime, you might want to head down to the armory.
Commander, to the armory.
I'm more confused as I am, because I noticed that the lip sync doesn't really move after the conscious are worn out.
Commander, Jane Kelly was instrumental in the op to get you back. She earned enough experience for a promotion. We should take care of that now.
Okay, so I'm not sure if promotions work in the same way.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
Alright. I mean, there's several different classes, but apparently if you promote each character, you get promoted.
We're off to a good start. Our troops will only get stronger as they gain experience.
Now, to not have to kill, this is one of those things.
To the bridge.
I heard you, Shen. When we get the thing, you'll be the first to know.
Attention. Unauthorized presence detected.
Commander, give me a second. Execute Echelon Protocol.
Attention. Senior Command Exchange confirmed.
I had wanted that to be a little more ceremonious, but we've got something. A local resistance cell just located this hybrid magnetic power converter that Shen's been pushing us to find. They tracked the device to a nearby Advent convoy and are attempting to take it down. If we can bring this converter back in one piece, we might actually get this place up and running and give the aliens a real war for a change.
Yeah, they make it sort of edgy to the point where the voice actors have to have a deep voice. They're so monotone, but I think that does really do well. Oh, there's my character. So it's been some ages since I actually saw one. Well, that was the rest of the time. Also, I should note that some of the character models are kind of off-putting. I noticed that one of the NPCs have a attractive feel to it, but it doesn't really make any other sense. So we're going to the first mission being added. And we pretty much have to get ourselves prepared. Now, I always use assault rifles because the problem with shotguns is that you usually get killed easily and it requires you to be close to the enemy. I'm not sure if they actually notice, but most of the time I tend to... I don't know. Now, I have to make sure I don't get my ass kicked most of the time because when you die, once your character starts for the first time, you can't resurrect back. So you have to go back to character reaction and create multiple copies. And that might be a huge pain in the ass, but that's usually because the way this game functions, there has to be a lot of strategies. So there's permanent depth, and you have to take consideration if you want to survive. Now, this mission difficulties is easy, so you could tell that the enemies would take one hit, and I would usually take one hit KOs between the asses. It's not as if that I suck of it, it's just as if that...
with resistance forces in the area have gone dark, which can only mean one thing. These people sacrificed everything to give us this shot. We need to recover that converter at all costs.
Sometimes the frame rate will actually deteriorate. The only times the frame rate will actually decrease. And you know, on the PS4, I don't understand how is that even possible. Yeah. The frame rate has been decreasing for some reason, and it goes back up. That doesn't really make any sense, but I guess that's pretty much lazy programming. It's bad enough that the loading times are kind of lengthy, but it's also worse that the frame has been sharply tuned when the dialogue is broken. I don't know. I may be losing train of thought, but it's not hallucination. This is evidence as a whole. Can't really tell which one is it.
Commander, getting a fix on the device, but it looks like it may have been damaged during the fight. Energy readings are going to the... I'm guessing we don't have much time before it explodes. Shen's working on a way to stabilize that thing, provided we can get close enough to access it.
So, being the smart Sumerian...
Until we can get a better read on the situation.
So being the smart Sumerian, we have to get to the converter before it gets destroyed. And we will fail the mission either way. Not every mission is the same with XCOM.
Let's do this.
And frankly, you have to take a grain of shot that sometimes there will be some objectives where you usually get your ass handed. Maybe I might be one of those people that thinks that the game will be easy, but it's not. You may think it's actually simple, but it's not really the case.
Got it covered.
Now, this was originally on the PC, but I'm not that much of a huge PC gamer. My connection speed has been out of control to some point. And I usually have to take some precaution. Now, sometimes you have to make sure you have to get to extra miles.
Stepping off.
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control. Commander, we have a chance to do some serious damage here. Before jumping into combat, let's make sure we make the most of our advantage.
On it.
I guess I can usually use stealth to the point. I wouldn't know about the whole stealth mechanics, but technically the whole point it seems to be mostly repetitive and slow. Now I will say that when it comes to these type of RTS genres, you technically have to have some patience. But being added to the fact that you get killed in one hit seems kind of taboo and ludicrous. We have a bomb that could get killed in 6 tries. And you have to make a couple of progress if you want to finish the mission. Now sometimes the missions could be so much difficult to the point where you get killed most of the time. But to me, I think that was the whole design choices that makes this game mostly different. Compared to other IPs, I think that the only fair reason they even add this context.
You should be able to hack into that thing's safety protocols and stabilize it. Shen is uploading the fix right now. On my way.
Sometimes, in some cases, I think that the whole idea of it is that you were supposed to take your time if you want to finish the whole campaign. Because I think that once you finish the entirety of the campaign, you go to the DLC, which is an expansion. And it does disappear. No apparent reason.
Copy that.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Psionic potential? I beg to differ.
Moving to position. That's affirmative.
Well, I wouldn't even know, but it's like I think that the whole premise is all about stealth as a whole, and you're supposed to take your time. But if you have a short time restraints and you don't really have anything else to do, then chances are nobody will have the patience to even take the time. I know people will actually fail miserably when it comes to this type of IP.
We've been spotted.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. Their discipline and their obedience makes them predictable.
Okay, so... What?
Go.
Well, I mean, I don't want my original character to die at first glance.
Got it covered.
I mean, there are chances where you could cover in some areas.
Heading to that location.
But I usually...
uniquely equipped for close quarters combat. In the right situation, it can prove highly effective.
On it.
I mean, I got my choices to die, but I don't want my original character to die. There might be some times where you might get upgraded to Wookiee.
Incoming fire.
As I said, you could usually get...
There's heavy fire in this zone.
Where they...
Move! Commander, we're running out of time here. If we don't stabilize the converter soon, I don't think anybody's going home today.
Getting it done.
I don't know if that was really a great idea or what. But I might as well take some risk if I wanted to complete the whole campaign.
No need to ask twice.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. One hit KOs.
Look at that. That guy'll love this.
If that takes some damage, I wouldn't be surprised. So we got wounded to the point where
Incoming over here.
Affirmative. Locked and loaded.
okay, so we have a 58% chance of killing it, but I thought it should be 50, so would it make sense we just kill them?
Taken care of.
Got it. Moving.
So how do you destabilize?
I'm on the move. Might be something interesting here. Package in tow.
Well done. Readings are returning to normal. Well, Brand is en route, but I wouldn't take any chances. Eliminate all remaining hostiles in the area before evac.
How can you even make that miss so much if the enemy is right on its side?
Wounded here.
Wait.
I'm all over it.
Dropping some trophy!
Go, go, go!
Understood. Moving out.
Oh, we only have 2 health left. That's kind of bad. I never understand how that's actually possible to get yourself killed.
Position confirmed.
I just never understand that this is gonna be mostly intense.
Ugly.
That didn't even take. You know, it's actually easy to kill them with grenades, and I wasn't even aware you could actually implement that. But most of them does frag grenades to the point.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
That was it. We got excellent rank. Even though we have 3 wounded soldiers, we managed to create this without having the bomb detonated. But that's decent. If when I did get myself wounded, and seeing nobody said I actually did play the demo. I think it was last year. I think it was XCOM 1 was the demo. And that was before I played XCOM 2, but that was a long time. I think I played the 360 version at my cousin's house, or my friend's house way back then. I don't know, it took me a lot of time to actually remember if I actually did play this game or play this IP. I may negotiate with the devs, but it's one of those scenes where I had to realize. Now, once you get wounded, you have to hit it up, and sometimes it will require you to patch it up.
A few of our people earned well-deserved promotions, Commander. I'm guessing Shen will probably want to have a word with you too.
Gravity wounded.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field duty.
So your master on a charge it. How do you get wounded so easily is beyond me, but
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery whenever and wherever.
kind of, no, I'm sure, but I take that for granted.
Just like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
Okay, so we have 3 wounded and 1 active.
These items should prove useful in our ongoing efforts against the aliens. When you have a moment, Commander, I have made some interesting discoveries as they relate to the implant we removed from you earlier.
Okay. Weird.
Why are you all just standing around?
Here's what I noticed. My female model seems to be less attractive, but we have this model that seems to be more attractive.
Come on.
Or maybe that's my illusion, but the character designs for the character customization seems to be mostly weird to the point. And what I never understand is that I never understand why they make it so mostly even. They don't actually let you customize the nose features or the facial features.
Commander, the ongoing stress of combat can shake up even the best of our soldiers. As long as we keep them healthy, I'm sure they'll recover given time.
I don't know. So my guess that I have to make sure they get healed to the point. I'm mostly confused to see what was the whole detail behind it, but
Okay. Reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had.
Don't get me wrong, the animation seems to be top notch, but I usually think that there's some maneuver or scenario.
Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service.
Oh, so it's kind of
probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to
Also, notice the whole nose seems to be expanding and disbanding at some cutscenes.
I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
They want to make it more melodramatic, but
I should be able to
also, again, what is up with the NPCs not having the mouths move when they communicate?
Rather than later. I'm on it, Commander.
Looks like Tygan has made progress on his research. We should meet him in the lab.
It's kind of weird. Sometimes they wanted to finish it, but I think there was actually a due date that was limited. I wouldn't know.
Much of my own research based upon this simple design.
I'm only started eating breakfast. I only have milk.
Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of
I'm assuming I'm the commando of this.
Fragments do remain, however, ghosts, if you will. Observe: tactical combat simulations, war games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
But I wouldn't even know the detail.
New objective added.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key. The Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces. I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
Looks like Shen got that converter up and running, Commander. We're ready for you on the bridge.
Hello, Commander. Work is well underway, but it will be some time yet before my research is complete.
Just stay clear of the perimeter, understood?
Oh, shit.
Good. I think we got something here.
Again, I don't know, but how long the story campaign would take about to finish from point A to point B.
We let them know they're not alone. We've already located a target for our first operation.
Sir, given our current location, there's actually no way the Sky Ranger could reach that position.
Who said anything about the Sky Ranger? Shen, status report. Are we ready?
Short answer, yes. But you might all want to hold on to something.
It may have seemed I'm not providing as much commentary as I should, but it was only because I usually tend to play games that are most interesting and never played before. But then again, I mean, I'm one of those individuals that don't provide commentary. Trying to become a YouTube content creator in 2018 is kind of weird. it wasn't the most difficult in 2016, but I wasn't when Gen 1 was the best generation when content was actually simply great. Nowadays it's actually so difficult to maneuver. And I say that
Commander. By hitting Advent wherever we find them, we can help strengthen the resistance. In return, they'll contribute material and personnel to support our operations.
I just woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning and I wasn't aware about anything else.
Commander, it looks like Shen prepped a med kit for us. We should equip one of our soldiers with it before they deploy.
I guess my original character is not the hero. Some of them got killed, and apparently, if your characters get wounded, they won't be able to get maneuver, and you have to start from the beginning. It's kind of useful to have, you know, it's kind of useful to have.
Afirmativo. Voy, de acuerdo.
Yeah, you can pretty much edit out all the customizations as much as possible, but we must start the reward for now. Again, I guess that for RTS type of genre, they try their best to make this content mostly varied.
Sky Ranger deployed.
The squad is ready to deploy on your order, Commander.
Again, I'm gonna end this at 12 o'clock because I haven't got a chance to eat some breakfast. It's not really my fault. I just woken up at 5 a.m. I had to get myself prepared for a rehearsal. My occupation is doing a graduation rehearsal for a nearby colleges. It's going to take place maybe in, I think, Kentucky. Even though it's gonna be hot, but we doing a meet and greet in Atlanta, and I think that might be this Wednesday. But even though they make candy whole process as a whole, I won't be. I will be out driving, and I'm gonna take a first-class flight to Atlanta. It's gonna take me a couple of hours from there, and knowing that it's gonna take me a short minute or less. Plus, I had to post some content for my Instagram. Even though it's kind of lacking, I haven't really posted any newborn content. I'm not sure, but you know, I only have a small post on followers. It's my Instagram, which is Cosmic Hierophant. But bear with me, it's not as if that I have other type of schedules at my disposal. I could add that to my. I could make yes excuses, but in actuality, there's the other time and patience to maneuver.
Forces are already moving to destroy the data tap installed nearby. We need to lock down the area and secure the device at all costs.
If there was a time where I could make the decision to not make excuses, I would, but it's not really that much possible. I have a lot of maneuvers. I had to go to GameStop to give myself a shiny Shangrish to be exact, and it's gonna take a couple hours for me to get myself maneuver. I wouldn't know, but I guess that between you and me and I, there's gotta be a lot of maneuvers being added. It's either that or I'm just having got myself maneuver. My only best bet is that I will try to provide content as much as I should and try to make less excuses as much as possible. There's a lot of there's a sheer amount of content I want to give myself maneuver.
Okay.
And I think that by making an XCOM video, I will pretty much try to fit some content or try to scare some screen time as much as possible.
Heading to that location.
I wouldn't know what was the whole thing, what was the whole problem me being in a hiatus, but I think that the problem with me is that there was so many things to do. I wasn't able to get myself prepared to the point. There were some times where I was kind of stuck to the point where I wasn't even able to provide content. Well, my film, I guess, is that I either be proactive and spend less procrastinating, or make some arrangements and try to fit in more, try to put more commitment into my channel.
Got it.
It doesn't seem as if I'm making a huge commitment, but that's usually because there's a lot going on in my life.
Got it. Moving.
Really, if you look at the details as to the devil in detail. And I think that I might as well end the video if I fail a mission.
Got enemy movement here.
Moving out.
I don't know.
Eyes on the objective.
Menace 1-5, we've got a line on the target. Move to protect that gear at all costs. Move, move, move!
Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Yeah, but you can add out the character's actions to the point.
Head to that location.
Understood. Moving out. Heading there now.
On the move.
That's kind of weird. Oh crap. I wasn't aware that was a possibility that could happen. And this game is on, and this mission is on easy difficulty, but I'm getting my ass handed. Most of these enemies, Most of the enemies can usually kill you in one hit. This doesn't really make any sense. You get yourself killed by the wrong reasons, and you have no idea how to survive.
Roger that.
This is so weird to the point where I never knew I could fail a mission on easy.
Okay.
I mean, I would it make sense if I stay closer to them and actually kill them? How do you even miss that much? I don't get it. How do you even miss? One shot.
What's happening? No, this isn't right! This isn't right!
How do you get killed in 2 hits? Okay, we use summon our characters in Force Grants.
Commander, we can't afford to take losses like this. The objective isn't worth the lives of our remaining troops. I'd recommend we abort while we still can.
Gotta get me out of here! Please!
Wait, how can you even miss? Okay, I guess I should kill him instead because he seems to be out of the way. That take less damage than I actually expected? How can you even that miss that much fall?
Incoming over here! Heading out.
I am right next to this guy. So I went next to the NPC and this and we might as well kill the last remaining enemies because they usually are too OP to the point. Okay. I really need to I need to kill these bastards. You don't understand how much DPS I'm taking about. What, I can't move to this destination?
Headed there now.
Dude, I went next to this son of a bitch. It took 3 shots to kill 1 NPC, and they couldn't even fix 1 issue.
area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Fail my ass. It's not my. This is not easy difficulty, and most of my troops have been guarded down and be dropped as flies. You would think that the DPS type of title would make more sense, but we lost 2 of our own best men to ET son of a bitches. I'm not surprised we managed to complete the mission, but since this game has permanent death functionality, I'm not even sure. I never expect this game to be roguelike at first glance, but Jesus Christ, I used to make the game more simple with NPCs to actually respond. We got 2 survivors and 2 casualties with 2 diseases. Because you're wounded.
Now that we've got some help, we can start clearing out the old equipment and debris from the ship to make room for new facilities.
You think?
To clear out these rooms, first we'll need to assign an engineer to the task. Once we start getting into the far
So here's the thing I noticed so far. If Shen built the whole show by scratch and love, how the hell did he leave some of the debris? Because he.
Looks good to me. Just give the word and we'll get started, Commander. Excavation is underway, Commander, but it's going to take some time to get all that stuff cleared out.
Commander, we have a secure transmission coming through. Source unknown. Patching it through to your quarters.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration, with one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the Resistance from the inside. It was these Resistance operatives that provided the intel leading
Can you skip this?
Extraction. As of now, Resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world. Their numbers are growing. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown. Time is short, Commander. We need you to take charge of Resistance operations throughout the world. Establish contact with the local cells and bring them into the fold. Find this black site and shut it down. Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good luck, Commander.
I don't usually get the whole context, but
Looks like we better get started, Commander. I'll be on the bridge when you're ready.
you can't expect me to jump into the mission at first glance.
Our current position is here, just outside Resistance headquarters. When we're not on the move, this will serve as our home and our source of supplies. The Councilman has tracked the alien black site to this region. Unfortunately, we don't have its exact coordinates yet. If we're going to have any chance of finding this facility, we'll need to make contact with the local Resistance cell nearby. Tygan has a theory about how we might reach out to them without getting the aliens' attention, but we'll need to give him time to conduct his research. We shouldn't wait too long on that, Commander. We have to start making contact with the region soon if we're going to build a global Resistance and take on Advent.
New objective added.
Looks like you won't have time for that just yet, though. Remote reconnaissance may have found something not far from our current position.
Avenger plotting new course.
But I didn't even pick it. That's the thing. They don't give you a chance to actually pick
While
it.
we're waiting for new missions or the completion of our research, we can pass time by scanning at sites like this one. On your order, we'll start our scans of the surrounding area.
So we in the USA. I think we're in the Texas area, or maybe I don't know. I guess the skincare that you drive one world to South Cape Town, Africa, and you usually go to Arctic to the point.
I take it this was easier than your last procedure, Doctor.
Central, Commander. Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired. The results, however,
okay.
It's best you see for yourself. My autopsy of the Advent captain has confirmed the existence of an implant, similar in design to the unit I extracted from the commander. But there are differences.
What kind of differences?
Okay.
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent captain's implant. The sequence here is essentially you, Commander. Or at least the tactical information they were processing through your mind. As you can see, the data is nearly identical.
They were using you against us.
Yes, however, the Advent data shows signs of decay. Removing the commander from their network has likely caused significant damage.
Network?
Yes, what we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information, a great deal of information, somehow encoded in a stream of psionic energy.
Okay.
Working theory. Advent uses this network to augment the tactical readiness of its troops, as well as disseminate orders from its central command. Observe. Even in the subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect. A truly astonishing achievement.
Moral weakness.
Potentially. But I need direct access to their network to know for sure.
I'm guessing that won't be easy.
We'd need an active link. And that would mean hacking a live Advent officer.
Like I said, not easy. Still, it's the best lead we've got. Your call, Commander.
Yeah. Well, I might as well end it.
I've updated our latest operational objectives, Commander.
The Advent captain seems to provide a means of stabilizing the link between the local subordinates and the Advent network tower itself.
Commander, if we're going to try to build this skulljack that Tigan came up with, we're going to need a specialized facility to test it out.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
I wouldn't know. There's a lot of details being put off so far.
There's room for us to expand our facilities on board the Avenger, Commander, but we'll need more engineers to clear out space for construction first. We'll start work on the new facility right away, Commander. I'll send word when it's up and running.
My only best bet so far is that the whole process usually is about trying to make the best of your time and...
Strategic resource located. Avenger plotting new course.
So we only have 5 days until.
Although we have allies scattered in cities throughout the globe who are willing to share their knowledge of Advent's operations.
Okay, I didn't know I was actually playing a Market Braid IP, but
Of our operatives, Commander. Good luck.
Commander, we have a mission available that's reliant on time-sensitive information. We can always finish our scans later, but failing to take on this mission could have serious repercussions for the Resistance movement.
okay, so how?
Course for the Mexican regional tract.
So how difficult is this mission? Oh, it's easy. Yeah, so the biggest problem with having heavily wooden soldiers is that they take too long to even finish. I don't even know if I want to use wounded soldiers for this mission, but let's say that if you know the mission, it's going to have dire consequences. But we only have 2 soldiers, yeah, and most of the time you can get yourself killed in one hit.
Ready to deploy.
Sky Ranger recall confirmed. Avenger plotting new course.
Again, I only have 2 wounded soldiers left. I'm not sure if you didn't notice, but
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing. I assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
I wanted to actually make it mostly simple, but I don't want to get my ass handed to the point where I die more often.
Tygan just sent word. The new Resistance communications network is fully operational. Now we just have to spread the word. Now that we've established a link, we can use our intel.
Yeah, no commentary for some speed moment.
Aside from getting us into the black site, our access to supplies should improve now that we've expanded our reach.
Oh, you know, it's kind of weird to say the least that I'm one of those YouTubers.
After we pay the initial intel cost to make contact, we'll have to scan the region for a few days before the local resistance cell comes out of hiding. Once we find them, we'll be up and running in the new region.
Eastern United States.
Commander, using intel collected so far, we've managed to locate a resistance cell operating out of this region. It'll take us some time to scan for their exact...
The proving grounds are...
Hello, Commander. It would seem your recent activities have gotten Advent's attention.
What?
Our unwelcome guests are on the move. Advent has been diverting considerable resources and personnel to covert facilities across the globe.
Well, we need more soldiers as we should, because I noticed that you get killed more often. This is something I noticed about this type of IP of a quote-unquote game. You have NPCs that could take high DPS damage.
Site we had previously uncovered to be but a part of this Avatar project. Based on what we have uncovered so far, its true scope is far greater. This project is being directed from the very top of Advent, from a source I am still unable
I don't know. There's so much. The majority of this game is so much dialogue orientated, and there's so much dialogues.
Though we may not know the exact nature of this Avatar project, we can still disrupt it. We must root out these hidden facilities with the help of local resistance cells, disrupt our enemy's operations, and in the process, uncover the truth. Locate the source of this Avatar project, and then destroy it. Were the enemy to succeed in their efforts, I'm certain it would mean the end for us all. I'm confident you will take whatever measures necessary to eliminate this threat, Commander.
We're tracking the aliens' progress on this Avatar project here. If they finish what they've started, it sounds like it'll be the end for all of us.
Threat level unknown. The completion of the Avatar is the end of something to go.
The aliens have dedicated an immense amount of time and resources to this project, Commander. If successful, it will mean the end of human civilization.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
Leading the Resistance is a daunting task, Commander. But your efforts so far have left many wondering if we have made the right approach. We will have to do better.
Commander, we have intel suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede everywhere. Commander, the Resistance has a hidden cache of resources stashed outside of Advent's reach. For that, Commander will need...
Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification...
Massive signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old.
Okay.
Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved.
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end.
Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach.
Your signal's breaking up.
outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
I don't get it.
Get your people out of there.
With your cooperation, we will overcome this radical...
Dude, I may be one of those type of gamers that never play RTS, but
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
well, we could get a squad to deploy if only we didn't have a team that sucks.
Commander, we have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out.
Okay, so we only have a couple of days until the resistance.
Setting course for Mexico.
I could tell you from the beginning, they introduced a new enemy for some apparent reason. So we have a couple of teams available, and I don't want to lose my specialist because, dude, some of your rookies could get killed so easily that one hit takes them a lot. I don't want to risk the issue of me dying for the first time. This is the easy difficulty, yet most of my teammates, two on the half of my team have been died since the last mission. Are you telling me that I get myself killed because of it? Come on, they don't give you a chance to actually try out. You just get killed without any reason.
Sky Ranger in position to drop.
But I don't actually want it to increase the threat level to some degree. My aunt just 1 o'clock. Hold on, it's my aunt.
We just got word the aliens are attacking a resistance outpost in this region. They're not taking any prisoners. These people need our help. And we're heading in to make sure the aliens regret coming after the resistance. Neutralize all hostile contacts in the area and secure the camp. On this one.
Yeah, that was my aunt. That was my auntie. She just wanted to say hi for a visit. Sorry for the procrastination, but you know how it is. When you have Korean and have British, you get parents that constantly on you 24/7. It happens, but you can't make any changes to it. We have to rescue 6 civilians if we could actually find them. But they don't actually give you a pinpoint detail at all. Also, if you actually bought E3, which I will talk about it, I make it short, but I haven't been to E3. I haven't got myself into it. I just haven't got myself the time to even record it. The biggest problem I have so far is that I haven't got my chance to even partake in E3, because some of it is domestic flight. Even though I could use it to take a domestic flight to, let's say, a convention.
Move out!
What?
At first, Advent deployed non-lethal stun units for crowd control and the occasional protest. We don't see a whole lot of that anymore. Getting it done! You're safe now! Go, go, go!
So we need to find 6 civilians or transport them back to safety. Okay, I could handle that, but what are the repercussions?
Stand forward.
Donnie Toner was killed. You can't even see the 40th.
No! What's happening? No, this isn't right! This isn't right!
Yeah, this is what I meant. This is what.
Okay then.
Hey, this is what I meant about enemies being too overpowered. Even if you start the main campaign from the beginning on Wookiee difficulty, you still get your ass handed by NPCs. Because whoever programmed the hitboxes and the damage input, they actually have no idea how it works. You can have your teammates killed or wounded, and it takes a long time to even heal. I'm not even sure if they actually notice, but I don't want to replay the mission. I actually get penalties. It can raise back the dead? Are we animating them?
No respite for the dead. The aliens have found a way to mind control them now. Kill confirmed. Heading to that location.
We might as well kill them on false branch.
Target neutralized. Got something over here. Heading there now. Got something new. You're good to go. Move.
You know, it's kind of difficult to save 6 civilians if the NPCs and the AI does really respond to your don't glory.
Got it covered.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to say that this is one of those titles I will be invested, but the thing is that I'm not that used to these type of strategies. The only good exception I had was Fire Emblem Heroes and Fire Emblem series, to be exact. I mean, keep in mind, I still play Fire Emblem Heroes because that was a better execution of the strategy game as a whole. This is one of those games where you put Warhammer with ET and you get a huge clusterfuck of a huge disproportionate. I for one wouldn't even know about that context, but then again, if you're playing an RTS type of genre, you pretty much have to understand that it's not that much simple to even survive. I could make a better attempt, but to me, it's not that much simple. I mean, I guess you could say that I'm not that used to this title. I mean, for the first few minutes, I haven't even provided commentary.
You're safe. Now get moving.
And that's because I usually pause at some moment. Well, it's not really my fault. It's just that these type of genres are not really my cup of joe. I tend to play action-based first-person shooters. I mean, I guess with Devil May Cry, you usually get a better execution.
Got it.
They're moving around the side. Move, move, move. Moving to designated coordinates.
I mean, keep in mind, I knew how the whole XCOM process was going to be played out, but I didn't think that the game would be so meta.
Hostile neutralized.
I was aware that the whole concept of the game would be somewhat meta to the point. I used to think that XCOM was one of those games where you take your time with strategy. I mean, they already did make a full sole-person shooter called XCOM Classified, and that was way back in the day where it was a sole-person shooter that was different. The hit detection is kind of weird to say the least, but how would you even know the context about it?
Headed there now. Eliminated. Gonna need to reload soon.
About some kind of shapeshifters. I'm guessing this is it.
It is a remarkable species. If only we had some means of containment.
Don't even think about it.
Location confirmed.
I mean, we managed to save 6 residents, but...
Status confirmed. We've secured a civilian contact.
I wanted to get a bonus if he was trying to save a couple of most areas. Okay, so the area of damage take a lot.
Headed there now. Get back to the ship.
I wasn't even aware that they take a huge amount of DPS. See, I always thought that they was one of those enemies where...
Enemy down.
Well...
1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, so we got one of our teammates killed by this behemoth of a bastard, and we only got a good rating of 1 casualty. I wasn't even aware that this was one of those enemies that we used to get killed, but that might be an alternate maintenance. I didn't expect the whole mission to be taken critically, but you know, I'm not really so. We only have 1 casualty so far and 1 deceased, but if I have to make a statement and a motivation, I think that the whole purpose at the strategy is that those suck at this game at first glance, and don't get yourself killed in a one-on-one match. I don't know what I'm saying so far, but my point is that don't get your ass handed too much.
Hello, Commander.
Well, I might as well end this at 12, and it is Triple Cup now.
I am at a loss for words to describe the difficulties we have had in attempting to handle this creature, affectionately known as the face.
Why does the audio get cut off for some reason?
The nebulous form of its physical structure, including a pliable, semi-solid outer layer, seems to be slowly degrading now that the creature has expired. There is also a pungent odor that only seems to grow stronger as time passes.
I don't understand the whole sense, but
I was not going to admit it to Shen, but there is one thing I miss more than my lab equipment. Those damn juicy Advent burgers. I don't know where they get the meat, and frankly, I do not want to know.
Really engineer so far. Well, I'm gonna end this for now. It's a decent IP, but the next video I'm gonna try out the multiplayer mode, in which I would get my ass ended by more competitors to take this game seriously. I'm not sure how bad the netcode works, but I'm going to pretty much end this segment for now. I'm not sure what makes the whole point, because you just saw me picking the Wookiee difficulty and the first menu, and I wouldn't even know what was the whole purpose. But if I had to guess so far, this is one of those IPs where you have to have some patience and strategy and make a better decision. And you could tell that I'm playing this on Wookiee difficulty. I'm not playing on Legend, no Commando. I'm playing this on the simplest difficulty, yet I'm using more of my team more often. Maybe it might be the case, but it's not certified we'd have a choice. So I'm gonna end this video for now and focus more on another IP that haven't gotten a chance. I might start the multiplayer soon enough and give an in-depth view of what the model has, because I might need this game on my dashboard, because this game takes about 28 gigabytes of storage, and it is pretty much anywhere on my storage space. I could get the PS4 Pro, but finances has been kind of difficult. Not that it matters, but you get what I mean. And I need to increase my character pool to some degree. Yeah, I checked that I need to increase my character pool to some extent, and I need to take it mostly seriously if I wanted to survive. It's gotta be time consuming, but this is the end of the first segment of XCOM 2. Hope you guys are waiting for the multiplayer section after I finish another game that I haven't played, and hope you guys have a better summer even though we're still in spring. Weather tat. Hope you guys have a better ultimatum, and I hope you guys are waiting for another video of Trial Fusion. Signing off, and peace out. And sayonara.